What's going on? Slick Cigar, Slick Walk Nation. I had my phone going off. Listen, I wanted to get on here and do this earlier. We're super busy. But this is something I had to come on here and talk about. And this is for the boxing fans, the real boxing fans. It's crazy because I was having a talk with somebody that's really into boxing. And I was telling them, like, I think I'm a casual fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm into boxing, though. I've been into boxing for about 6 years now. Good 5 years, let's say 5-6 years. I know a lot of the fighters, like I really pay attention to it. And off the conversation we had, they actually said to me, like, nah, you're not a casual fan. Like, you're a real boxing fan because there's certain names you're saying and certain things you know that a casual fan wouldn't know. That made me feel good because I thought I was just a casual fan. So I said, oh, well, maybe I am you know, a real like fan of boxing. Still learning, still a lot I don't know, but I do know certain things. I say that to say this. We all saw the fight yesterday. Tank versus Roach. That sounds crazy. A Tank versus a Roach wouldn't even, yeah. All right. With a name like Lamont Roach, right? He had no choice but to be a boxer because I know he fought his whole life. You got to imagine how somebody got teased their whole life because their last name is Roach. And when you young, it get real harsh. Like kids are harsh and it's crazy. So your name being Roach, I know he had nothing but fights his whole life. Had to because kids are teasing you. And I believe that's why he became a boxer. I need to hear Roach's story. I'm more than certain he's gonna say he got teased because of his last name, and that's why he became a fighter. He was fighting for no reason. He was fighting because they was teasing him. So I'm pretty sure that's why he became a boxer. Please, Roach, if you out there, I want to know, bro. I really want to know, bro. All right. So I got two theories on this fight, right? I'm sorry you have my dry in the back. But I got two theories on this fight. One of them, matter of fact, I'm gonna get into both. I'm gonna get into my main theory though. My main one. I got one theory, and then I got a backup theory. If the theory I'm saying is completely not true, for some reason come out and it's completely not true, I have a backup theory. All right, so check it. It was a setup. We were set up. It was a setup. I'm mad I didn't go on like some kind of social media platform and say this. But before the fight, I said this fight is gonna go 12 rounds. All y'all saying you're gonna knock him out. So that's the problem. Y'all just think, yeah, that's what y'all wanted to see. Y'all used to think knocking people out. I get, oh, he gonna knock him out. He gonna not paying attention to little details and other things that's going on that has went on, right? I didn't know too much about Lamont Roach. I'm gonna be real. I didn't know too much about him, and a lot of people didn't, right? Unless you was a real diehard digging the crates fan, right? But I paid attention to how close they were. What they say, they fought each other so many times. They sparred together. They sparred a few times, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but they sparred a lot of times. They fought each other in the amateurs. They fought like 4 times. And they knew each other. They grew up in the amateurs together and grew up in boxing together. I don't know if y'all paid attention to them saying that, but I've heard them say that, right? Fix my shirt on my shirt doing that, right? With them saying that, this is my theory on what happened. This was a play to get Roach more noticed and a bag. Tank didn't have nobody to fight. I don't know why, but the business in boxing is a little different. It's, you know what I'm saying, like the business and anything. So people be thinking a lot of fights ain't happening because of certain things, and it could be because of business. I'm not too sure. All right. But Tank got Roach a bag, biggest bag he ever got because that's his man. And he got him known. Now Tank is Roach is a name. People want to see him again now because he did so good. The fight was been supposed to go 12. Nobody was getting knocked out because Tank wasn't trying to knock out Roach. Of course, in boxing, you have to throw blows and you have to hit, right? My man was at the fight. I spoke to him today. He was at the fight and he was very close. He said, quote, he can see them saying why they got their hands up. Yeah, you good? You all right? You good? And he said, yeah, I'm good. You good? Like they ask each other, are they good? That you're not hurting, are you good? Right? All right, come on. It was a setup for them to go 12. But what happened was Tank was supposed to win in 12, meaning if you go 12 with the champion is going to win. You got to really beat the champ to win. It was a good fight, close back and forth fight. That go to 12, the champion wins. So Tank still win the fight, and he got his man a bag and some big money. He got him a bag, some big money, and recognition. So now he can go on to fight bigger names and get bigger bags, as he go on, right? Not bigger bags. He ain't gonna get too much bigger table, but he can line up himself for big bags. Talking about Roach, that's his man. What happened was when Tank took that knee, you're right. You're supposed to rule that as a knockdown. That's. I agree with that. And the same breath, I'm gonna be real. I'm glad they didn't rule it as a knockdown. I believe all the stuff he was saying about the grease, the shit getting in his eye, because I was watching saying before he even said that, or when he went to the corner, I was saying it's something in his eye because he kept trying to get it out. He kept blinking in the eye. And I know how it is to have braids, and when you sweating the oil, like for some reason it doesn't trickle down in your eyes. Like when you sweat and it comes through your pores or something. And I had braids before, so I believe all of that though. For the people that don't believe that, I don't know, but I really believe that, right? But once you take a knee, it counts as a knockdown. Now, because they didn't rule it as a knockdown, they made the fight a draw. That's what Tank was when he went down and he was like this, because he went 12 in a good fight and a champ is automatically going to win that. When they made it a draw, that's why he was down like, what the fuck? Like he was sick that they made it a draw because it takes away that perfect record. Even though to me, a draw is not that big of a deal. It's not a loss. A draw is a draw. That means y'all both did y'all thing. A draw doesn't look bad when you see 30-0 in one draw. That's not a loss. It don't look like a loss. All right. Which is a loss is not bad. If you go into it's people like Lomachenko that you would, if you looked at his record, you wouldn't even understand how great he was. You get what I'm saying? It's people like close losses. A loss shouldn't mean that much to people. It's about the fight, right? It depends how you got the loss. But because it went 12, and he knew if it went 12, you fight the champion, you're gonna get the win. Because he took that knee, even though they didn't give him a knockout or like put it where he got knocked out, that was still in the back of the judge's mind. And that's why they made it a draw. But he wasn't supposed to, in his head, going into it, all he had to do was enough in those 12 rounds, and he's going to get the win. And that's what was supposed to happen. As you can see, I'm going to break it down. As you can see, when Tank Tank fought him in the middle of the ring the whole time. He wasn't moving all crazy like he normally does. He threw a punch, he normally dipped. Wasn't doing that. He stayed kind of in the middle of the ring the whole time, and they thumped. That's not Tank fight. Tank doesn't fight like that. So being that that's his man, I can tell this was a play to help Roach out and stuff like that, which I think he did. But he was supposed to win in 12, but because he took that knee, that was in the back of the judge's mind, and they made it a draw. Now, like I said, I believe his eye was burning off of that. I know how that feel. That's like even when sometime when I'm working out and let's say I get a haircut. After I get a haircut, I wash my hair. I might put oil in my scalp so my scalp won't be dry. I stop doing it because then when I go work out, for some reason, that oil goes in my eye. I don't know if I start running, sweating, the oil goes in my eye. So I don't know if it's leaking down from the top going to my eye. I don't know what it is, but my eyes does burn when I put the oil in. It's like it goes in my eye automatically. So I believe it. But in the same breath, I done watched two people fight with a gallon of blood on their face, and they wiping the blood off their face out their eye. They can't see, and they fought through and for 12 rounds, and I felt the fight should have been stopped. And y'all know the fight I'm talking about. So that's not an excuse, is what I'm saying. You should have ran that whole round, and then sat down and got it out your eye, and then went back and did what you did, if that's the case. But taking a knee to get that out, yeah, nah. So that's my first theory. That's the main one. That's what I really believe happened. Let's say let's throw all it out the window and say that's not true. That it comes out that that's not true, and they really thought this was a real fight. My second theory would be to that is, all right, well, because like I said, they fought each other a lot. They fought each other in the amateurs. They sparred together a lot. Roach wasn't scared of Tank. He's not scared of his power. He wasn't scared of nothing. He fought him so much that he understands everything he's going to do. He was countering Tank when Tank was countering, but Tank wasn't moving doing his normal countering. But back to this theory, he knows him so well. I'm not scared of y'all seeing the fight. Y'all don't know what I could do. I done fought this man 10 times. I know exactly how he fight. I know exactly what he's going to do. I'm not scared of it. So I know how to fight it because I fought him 10 times. And that's why we got a good fight. Everybody has a kryptonite, no matter who you are. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a kryptonite. And it could be somebody you don't think is that great of a boxer, but for some reason, they boxing style is this other person kryptonite. It happens. You get what I'm saying? So that's my second theory. That can be true also. That can be just what it is. I feel like my first theory is what it is and the truth. Do I want to see a rematch? No, I do not want to see a rematch at all. At all. I'm talking about Tank said he was retiring. If y'all believed that, then y'all out your mind. He already told himself. They asked him in an interview, what do you want to do the rematch with Roach, and can that happen in this year? He started thinking. He said he wanted to do the rematch with Roach, that he would want that to be his next fight, but it's not going to be, and it's not going to. It can't happen this year. You know what that means? Because he already have other fights lined up, and they asked him, so can you say what the other fight is? And he said, you're going to hear it soon. It should be coming out anytime now. He already had fights lined up, so all the retirement was bull. Great way to promote. That's a promoting tactic. You know what I'm saying? In some kind of way. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to get on here and talk about that real quick. This is for the boxing fans. Tell me in the comments what you feel. Like, I want to know how you feel. All right. If you agree, if you disagree, tell me how you feel in the comments. And I really want to see. I'm eager to see. So you already know what it is. Slick to a God. Slick Walk Nation. We out here.